Memory is one of the most complex processes of the brain. Memory is the term given to the structures and processes involved in the storage and subsequent retrieval of information. At the most basic level, memories are stored as microscopic chemical changes at the connecting points between neurons in the brain. Three types of neurons are responsible for all information transfer in the nervous system: sensory neurons, interconnecting neurons, and motor neurons. There are certain steps involving these neurons whenever a memory is processed. Encoding is a biological phenomenon that starts with perception, in which your senses, sight, smell, sound, are triggered. Each separate sensation of a person, place, or moment travels to the part of your brain called the hippocampus, which integrated these perceptions as though they are part of a single experience. According to neuroscientists, the hippocampus and the frontal cortex analyze these various sensory inputs and decide if they're worth remembering. Although memory starts with perception, it is encoded and stored with the help of neurons. Neurons are the basic means of information transfer within the nervous system. This information travels through the nervous system by communicating with other neurons via an electrochemical process. Nerve cells are connected with other cells via synapses. These synapses transfer the electrical pulses containing information and trigger the release of chemical messengers called neurotransmitters. Each brain cell can form thousands of links like this, so the typical brain has about 100 trillion synapses. The wiring in the brain is also constantly being altered. As new memories are formed, new synapses are added, thus increasing the number of connections within the brain. Once memories are encoded, they are transferred to either the long-term memory or the short-term memory. As soon as we intercept certain data or note an event, the information is encoded into the short-term memory. Short-term memory has a fairly limited capacity. It can hold about 7 items for no more than 20 or 30 seconds at a time. At that point, the information can be lost or it can be transferred into long-term memory. Long-term memory has an unlimited capacity to retain information for a long time. There are 2 different types of memory included in long-term memory: unconscious memory, like knowing how to drive a car or tie your shoes, and conscious memory, which pertains to facts, names, and dates. The first is slow to form and hard to lose, while the second is rapidly acquired, but also rapidly lost. Finally, when you want to retrieve a particular memory, you have to reach into the unconscious level of memory storage. This data is transferred to the conscious level at your will. The failure to remember something can be a result of the faulty encoding of data, assuming that you don't have a physical disease. The information simply fails to make it to your long-term memory. The study of memory is still in its initial stages, and we know very little about how it operates at the molecular level. But that makes the pursuit of new revelations even more irresistible.